Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Scotty Hobbs. Sorry I'm like 2 minutes late. I have two little boys here in the home while the girls are at school. So I had to take care of a couple things. So hopefully they don't come busting through the door and ruin my focus for this morning. But I'm super excited that you guys are a part of this holiday hustle because it means you guys have made a commitment. You've made a decision. And one thing that I want you guys to think about is a decision is made once, and then it's your role to manage that decision every single day. And I want you guys to know that you guys in this group, we as leaders have to make that decision as well. We make that decision once as well, and then manage that decision every single day. So what I want to talk about, as you guys hop on, please give a thumbs up, throw a heart up, whatever. The more of those I see, my love language is words of affirmation. I'll give you guys more heat and more passion than you've ever seen before. So, first things first is I want to hold you guys accountable a little bit to the fact of you need to have mapped out and engineer your number of people that you're going to bring onto your team each week to hit your goal and your deadline by the end of this group so that you can win that cash pot and split that in the diamond bet or in the side bet. So what I mean by that is, let's say you're a brand new Emerald coach and you have two coaches right now. You have one on the left and one on the right. We know that you need to have 3 more coaches on each side plus 1 Emerald on each side in order to achieve your goal of diamond. What I see too many times when I see people pushing for a goal like this is you just say, okay, I need 3 coaches on each side and an Emerald, and you just work and you're not really focused on hitting smaller deadlines within the next 3 days or the next week, and you're just thinking about, oh, I got 4 weeks to make this happen, I'm gonna make this happen. And it doesn't end up happening because there's not a clear plan and execution on achieving smaller chunked goals to achieve that bigger goal of diamond, which is not that big at all. So sorry, I got a phone call. What I mean by that is you should right now, if you're in that position of 1 Emerald, or you're in the side bet and you're fallen diamond and you need to build 2 more Emeralds and sponsor 6 new coaches. What you need to do in that case is you need to say, hey, this week we have like 4 weeks of this program, of this challenge that we're doing. You need to say, okay, by the end of week 1, I need to sponsor 2 coaches, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. This is just an example. By the end of week 2, I need to sponsor 2 more coaches, put 1 on the left, 1 on the right, and help one of those 4 coaches become Emerald. The next week, I need to sponsor 1 coach on the left, 1 on the right, and help 1 other coach from those 6 become Emerald. And then I always give myself a buffer, and I would say on the week 4, I need to sponsor 1 more coach on the left, 1 more on the right, and help 1 of those become Emerald. And that way you're shooting higher than your goal, and you're aiming for 3 Emerald coaches by the end of the 4 weeks, and you're also aiming higher on your personal recruitment of getting 2 coaches each week, which would be 8 coaches by the end of the challenge. That way you ensure that you have accomplished the goal that you want to achieve. Don't wait for the deadline. You've got to set those small incremental weekly focuses on what you need to make happen. And when you do that, you can make it happen. I've seen coaches, I had a coach on our team one time that went diamond in 7 days from the day that they signed up. And what they did is every single morning, they wrote out their list of people they were going to talk to. They had their diamond map filled out, and they spent their entire day, the entire 6 hours they set aside, work 8 hours, do their workout, and then work 7 hours, 6-7 hours, go to bed and repeat. And this person didn't have kids, and they spent their entire time doing phone calls, meeting up for coffee. Once they signed up a coach, they were solely focused on, okay, so who are the 10 people that you want to be a part of this journey with you? What are their names? They wrote out a list and they talked to them together, and he helped build those Emeralds with that new coach's prospects. So you need to work with that type of intensity and that type of focus. So I just wanted to recap on that, make a plan, make sure that you're executing on that plan. The next thing I want to talk about is this guy that's creeping over my back right here. All kidding aside, I want to talk about a little bit about my journey. I'm Scotty Hobbs. If you guys don't know, I've hit Success Club 91 consecutive months, Success Club 10, 91 consecutive months. We were number 4 in the company, so top 10 in 2013. We've been elite 5 times. We're in the Million Club, and we've helped develop 2 personally sponsored coaches into the Million Club, and we have a 2-level deep downline coach hitting the Million Club, hopefully by the end of this year. So we've created a lot of success in this business. We had a lot of ups and a lot of downs. throughout our entire journey. So I say that to help you guys understand a little bit about how I started my journey. I fell in love with P90X before I knew about coaching. I did 90 days, start to finish, lost 38 pounds, got abs for the first time ever at the age of 29. I was so fired up about life and about that transformation and the inner growth and confidence that came out of me from doing that program that I believe that every human that I ever met should do either P90X or Insanity. And I did P90X start to finish 4 times before I ever became a coach. Now, I'm not saying you have to have amazing results or start and finish programs 4 different times before you can become a coach. But what I'm saying is I was so in love with transforming through P90X and Insanity and helping other people do that I couldn't help but I breathed P90X and Insanity and Shakeology. It's all I talked about. It came out to every single human that I talked to. Then came the day that I signed as a coach. I won't go into I tend to tell long stories, so I'll be straight and to the point. April 11th, 2011, I've been doing these programs for a year. I've been saying no to my coach for 8 months. Lindsay Matway is my coach. No, I'm not going to be coach. No, I'll just help people for free. No, I'm not going to sign up for that online scam. And I kept saying no. But on April 11, 2011, my 3rd daughter was born and I was in financial distress. I was sitting at my office at 5 o'clock in the morning with $3,800 worth of hospital medical debt and bills. And I remember sitting there thinking and feeling like my cubicle was spinning around me and I had this heavy weight on my shoulder. And I remember feeling that. And you guys, have you ever felt that feeling before where you can't sleep at night? You feel like your room's spinning? That's how I felt that morning. And that morning, my fear of not knowing how to take care of my family and provide for the future of my family became greater than my fear of failing as a Beachbody coach. The fear of inviting people, the fear of getting myself out on social media, the fear of caring about what people thought about me doing this online weird Beachbody coaching thing that I thought it was. So that day I signed up, and it's 91 months now that we've hit Success Club 10 since that day. I made a decision that day, like I talked about in the beginning of this video. I made a decision, and every single day I wake up and I manage that decision. And I just put one step in front of the other every single day. So now what I want to talk to you guys about is who should be a part of your Beachbody team. Like, you guys are looking at your map right now. You have this map to fill out of 8 PS coaches and 2 emeralds. And you're like, who do I put on that list? And I'm going to help you guys understand who's supposed to go on that list. And I want you to not eliminate anybody. I know we have focus markets and the ideal coach that you want on your team. Yes, I believe in that 100%. But if I look back at my life, I am not the ideal person for Lindsay Matway from the outside surface for Lindsay Matway to recruit to her team. I'm working 12-hour days. It's a miserable place. I complain just like everybody else. Hey, it's another day in paradise. Hey, what's up, Scotty? Living the dream. Like, that was my mindset and my mentality before I ever did one of these programs, P90X. I was just walking through life like a zombie. I come home at 12 o'clock, or come home after a 12-hour day. I would drive down my cul-de-sac. I didn't know anybody in my neighborhood. Pull in the garage, shut the door, take care of my kids, put them to bed, crack a tall boy, drink beer, and play Call of Duty, and repeat. So if you're looking at life, you're like, who's my ideal coach? And you saw me in your neighbor. Let's say I'm your neighbor, and you saw me at the end of the street, and you see me drive by every day, and you're thinking, I need to build this team. Who should I put on my list? And you saw me, you would be like, that dude is, and that guy is not for my team. But I want you guys to understand that there's people out there who are a little bit lost, who have all the potential in the world, and they just don't have the tools and the avenue and the support and the friendships to make that happen. And you have the ability to give that to somebody. So I want you to think about that first. The next thing that I want you guys to think about is I'm going to walk you guys through some questions, and I need some interactions from you guys. I know it might delay a little bit because we're on a live video, and if you're watching the recording later, I want you to comment as you watch the video just as if you were watching it live, because it will be more real for you guys. So first and foremost, I'm going to ask you questions. I want you to say yes or no. Comment with yes or no. So the first question is, if somebody does one of our programs, any program on Beachbody On Demand, they do one of our programs and they follow the meal plan and they drink Shakeology or they use the performance line, will their life be better? Will their life improve? I want you to say yes or no. Okay? Now, the next question I want to ask you guys, if somebody in your life, anybody in your life, they connect with somebody like you, and they're a part of this community and this group, and they're finding friends and they're finding camaraderie, and they're just finding this community that they've been missing. And they're seeing results because they're doing that first question I asked. If they're a part of that group, or even they become a coach and they're like, their life, they have goals and ambitions again, and they have something to work towards, and they're not lost and stumbling through life, and they have someone like you to support them, will their life become better? Yes or no? Okay, the next thing is, let's say these guys are doing the programs. Okay, they're not only doing the programs, and they are being a part of your groups and whatnot, and they begin to transform. They start to get results. They start to drop inches. They start to tighten one more notch on the belt. They drop a dress size. Their skin is clearing up from their acne. Their mental depression is being overcome without medication. They're starting to see results that we give that happens because people do these things. If those things start to happen in that person's life, will it be better or will it be worse? If it's better, say yes. Okay. And I love it. I see you guys all saying yes. So the next thing is, if somebody in your life, anybody, begins to pick up books like these books right here, like 15 Laws of Invaluable Growth, or Take the Stairs, or any number of the books that we can recommend and share with them, or they start a list of podcasts like Les Brown or Tony Robbins or Mel Robbins, and they start instead of listening to the news on the way to the work, they're listening in their car to Tony Robbins or John C. Maxwell or any of these people, or one of the coaches in here that's transformed their life and they're sharing stories and tips. If they begin to listen to these things versus listening to the news, will their life be better? Okay. And on top of that, if they go to a Super Saturday event and they struggle in a workout right next to you as their friend and coach, or they see that there's 100, 200, 500 other people just like them that can't do the whole workout without taking a break, and they see that they're just like everybody else and they're at that event, or they go to the summit event and they see 25,000 people working out in the super event, or they go and they see somebody that was a former school teacher just like them, that struggled just like them and overcame something just like they want to overcome, and they feel empowered to take more action on their life, and they do that through that personal development. Will their life be better? Yes or no? And I know you guys are dropping the comments that the answer is simply yes, every single time. What I'm going to ask you guys now is, I talked about 4 different specific questions, and you guys told me on every single question that the answer is yes. Their life will become better. So my question to you is, what are those things that we just talked about? They're the 4 vital behaviors. And I don't want to be the repetitive Beachbody coach that says do the 4 vital behaviors every single day. But it's be proof the products work. Connect, invite, follow up. Get people results. That means getting results for yourself by starting and finishing programs, getting results for your customers by helping them transform their lives through health and fitness, and helping get results for your coaches, which we're doing right here inside of this group. And then the last one is doing personal development. They're the 4 vital behaviors. The things that you guys told me yes to are the 4 vital behaviors. We didn't even talk about building $1 million business or building a 6-figure business or leaving a job or any of these things that have to do with financial changes that can happen inside of somebody's life. Although those things will happen if we do those things, what we did talk about is the mere fact that every single human being, if they do these 4 things, their life will be better. So my question to you right now, and you guys, I want you guys to comment it, is who should you be inviting today to join your Beachbody team, to be a part of your challenge group, to become a coach on your team, whether it's to be a discount, a referring coach, or to build a business full out like you guys are doing? Comment it. Who should be on your team? And you guys, I see you guys starting to comment that right now, but it simply is everybody. You should invite everybody without prejudging them to be a part of your Beachbody team, because you can have 100% faith and knowledge that if they do the 4 vital behaviors, their lives will be better. Their lives will transform, their lives will be better, and what happens when that happens? Their kids' lives will be better. They'll have a better example inside of the home. And if they are doing that, their neighbors are going to see that. That's going to spread to their co-workers, the teachers they work with, the people they're with in the PTA, all of that stuff. Sorry, I've had a massive cold all week. But those things, if they do those things, their life will become better. So you should be inviting them boldly, fearlessly and with 100% complete confidence that their life will be changed by being a part of your team. So I know you guys know at least, let's see, we need 8 to have a diamond plus the 2, so that's 12. I know that you know 12 human beings in your life right now that they could join your team this week, and they'll be on the steps and on the path to completely transforming their entire life, starting with you supporting them as a coach. So recognize, number one, that you are an incredible human. You have all the potential in the world. You have the same training, the same systems, the same products, the same personal development tools you can give them, that I can give them, and that Brittany can give them, and that Holly can give them, and Barbie can give them, and everyone in this group. You have the same tools, and you have the magic piece of connecting with that person that we can't do. And so we need you to do that as a company so we can transform more lives. So guys, have 100% belief that these products work. I know you have that already. 100% belief that the compensation plan and the business works because you've seen it in all of us that are leading this. And 100% belief in yourself. Those 3 items, if you believe in all 3 of those items and you go out and invite everybody, I know that you will build an incredible team, and it starts with doing that today. So I'm gonna end the video so you can put it down, write down a list of people, and I want you to call them today, leave them a voice message today, text them today, meet up with them for lunch, meet up with them for dinner, invite them to the park, whatever it is, make those connections, guys. Love you guys. Let's have an incredible day and see you guys next time.